They're buying refined metals for 207. Over there, they're barely buying it at all for any decent price. 172. So that's by far the best place to sell so far that we've found. This one isn't doing terribly, though. But it's the scanning factory, and I'm not sure how much the scanning factory is going to... Like, where I would sell scanning arrays. I guess it is the wharf. But it's such a small trip there. I don't think we're going to be able to eke out very much money. Sorrowtail, I don't need my ships to carry ore. I've got a mining ship that is mining the ore and then depositing it in the ore refinery. I'm not looking to have my trading ship moving ore. My trading ship is simply going to be picking up the refined metals. Sorry if you came in halfway through the explanation, because that was right at the beginning and I didn't say it again. So it would be very easy to miss if you were just looking away or distracted at that moment, or only joined after I mentioned it. But thank you for pointing out that would have been a problem, because it would have been awful if I'd spent this time looking for some sort of circle trade route and then that scupper my plans. I'd be like, no, why? So thank you for double checking that I understood that. That is appreciated. Oh, we've scanned the whole place. How on earth did we do that? No, I've got a small fighter, a miner, and a trader. Medium miner, medium trader. Off tangent, Aavak, but did you see the speech from Michael Sheen during the game show that made its round on TikTok and Reddit? When? When was that? I haven't seen it, though, I don't think. Turf Fighter Squad, that would be Terran ships, which are now in the game, which is going to be interesting, because I keep getting told they are the best looking things. Perhaps a controversial claim, but a claim that is pretty common at this point, so I'm going to give it a fair bit of... I'm definitely going to listen to it. I mean, honestly, I could just have a circle route in this system. That is a thing that I could do. But I'm kind of feeling that what we want, sell ore up here, buy refined metals from the same place, ideally. Sell the refined metals down here. Probably, ideally, in the hull parts factory. Buy hull parts for 266. Yeah, there's no way that buys them for a particularly good price over here. 274, I suppose we could sell her up there. What's the wharf like? 257. So we would have to sell to the large shipyard. But I'm assuming the large shipyard's going to be using them in significant number. And as long as I'm supplying all of the raw materials, they will eventually have more for me to buy. So the price will adjust. Bennett, if you pop it in Discord, that would be the best place to pop it. Man, I wish my CPU could handle this game. People said, oh, I'm sorry. I do know that struggle, though. I'm not going to tip my tea out in solidarity. I will consider tipping my teacup ever so slightly, almost threateningly, such that the tea inside is briefly aware of the possibility that it might dribble over the edge, but not actually, because tea is precious. But I hope that will suffice. Alright, I think we've got something that we can try. So step one then. Let's alter Shadar Yard. Which factory are we going to be giving the ore to? It will be... Refined... No, not the refined... I don't want to give to the refined goods complex. Or is that... No, actually, yeah, that is the one that's producing the refined metals. Okay. Isn't there like an ore refinery here, though? Silicon refinery. Yeah, there's an ore refinery. Is the ore refinery not paying as well? 59 credits for 158 refined metals. 59 for 162 refined metals. No. No. Right, okay. So, Shadar Yard. Let's bring you up. We are going to do something different. Delete all. From now on, I want you to use repeat orders. Confirm. Now this is... We're going to be exploring this because it was very, very much pointed out during the last stream that it is much, much, much better to use a repeat order rather than like basic level auto mining and stuff, and at least until later on when you get to higher level. Really? Now there's a lockbox there. Am I aware of that lockbox? I don't believe I am. Don't believe I've been there at the very least. Right, so how large of an area? If I tell you to mine ore, how big of a zone? Okay, that's a fairly small one. So which one of these is the better resource? That one has not got as much ore anymore. This one's got a fair bit. This one's got a fair bit. That one's probably barely got any. But I believe this is the best resource probe that we've got right now. That's showing 0.018. Let's turn off other for now. This one has got... Oh, 0.0038. So that one is actually better. I guess that's just the current amount of the total available. This has got 0.45. Alright. I would like you to mine in... Well, since we're going to this ore refinery, I suppose it doesn't matter if we just mine here. Sure, okay. Mine there. Fill your cargo hold. What is your current stock? You've got a decent amount of ore in there right now, but we're going to be adding more. Once you've done that, I want you to sell to the ore refinery. Do not keep any of it. Minimum price. This is a good point. Trading back on, please. What is the minimum price I'm willing to sell for? Sell or... It doesn't actually matter because this is effectively pure profit. We're not paying rent or crew wages as far as I'm aware. We paid for the crew. We basically... Alright, so in the far future, a job is for life. And you don't so much get paid a wage as you get bought. And then that's your life. So, as far as I'm aware... do correct me if I'm wrong about this. They get to work on a cool ship, though. Such an awful thing. But effectively, now that we've laid out the initial cost of the ship, which was about 500,000 credits to get it and its crew, it doesn't matter to me now what the minimum price is. All I want is for this to get lots of ore so that this place constantly has cheap refined metals to get. So it's always producing. Right, that's what I want you to do. Mine, sell, mine, sell, mine, sell. Forever. Good to go. Now, Vanya. Have you currently got a cargo hold of air? You do. Okay, we're going to wait for you to sell your refined metals then. Dock, auto wait, execute trade. So I'm going to switch this one to... actually, don't fly and wait. Come over here. I want you to dock and wait. Destination should be this ore refinery, since that's going to be the beginning. Confirm. So once you finish that trade, I want you to head on over here. Ideally, you'll be able to do that quickly. Ottercock said, I was tabbed out, but there is a bunch of default behaviors that handle auto mining for your information. Yeah, we were using them before. What I'm doing now is I'm switching over to trying a more hands-on approach of setting up repeat orders so that I can, instead of having, for example, my mining ship, mine wherever it's, it can find the ore, and then sell to whichever factory has got the most, is offering the best prices. I'm specifically saying, hey, I want you to prioritize selling your ore to this particular factory. I want them to get as much money, as much ore as they can handle, so that they effectively drown themselves and have a high supply of refined materials, which will push the price of refined metals at that factory down. Once that happens, my hope is then... there we are, perfect. So you should now be heading over here. So I would like you to head here. Dock and wait. And at this point, I can switch this one over to repeat orders. Confirm. But now, just dock and wait here, because we're going to start our trade route from here. So that way I can buy the refined materials from this place. We are then going to send that quite far away to trade hull parts, to send the refined materials to a hull part factory, buy those hull parts and bring them back here. Now, realistically, if there is a hull part factory here, I guess it would make sense for me to do it in here. But I don't believe there are. We can check that by looking at objects here and specifying stations. Oh. There is a hull part factory here. It just doesn't have anything there. Hang on. No, it isn't. See, as you zoom out, this will only show you what is actually there. So there's the hull part factory, which is... It's kind of a messy area here. Let's turn off mining. Let's turn off trade. I just want to see... Hull part factory, right there. Oh, double-clicking will jump to the factory name. Okay, thank you. Bring up trade now. So they're selling the hull parts for quite a fair old whack. We know where the ore is going, we don't need to worry about that. So the only thing now we need to worry about is the hull parts themselves. At the moment, that would be dead money. Unfortunately. Because nowhere buys for more than they're selling there. But maybe that's what I should do. I mean, I'm kind of stuck with the idea of doing a longer route to a different system where they don't have an ore refinery, because thinking that the refined metals will command a better price there, but maybe it won't. No, they absolutely do. They're only willing to sell for a tiny amount. I'd buy it for 167 here. I would sell for 179. Well, actually, if I look at this factory, I would sell for 179 there. I'd buy... Will you show me the information? Yeah, for only 176. So I would make more on the refined materials, and I would be able to buy the hull parts for a little bit cheaper. Depends how fast I can make that trip. If I'm not captaining it, I'm assuming that they're going to have a fairly good time of the travel. But I think here it's going to come down to what takes up the most room. Because if I can only carry a certain amount of hull parts, and even though there's a reasonable amount of profit to be made in the hull parts, I can't carry as much per trip, so I'm not going to be getting as much money out of that. Whereas if, by comparison, I can carry vast amounts of refined materials, it would make sense for me to maximize the money I'm making on profit I'm making on refined materials. Let's check out the encyclopedia then for that. So where's... I do apologize if there are some people in chat, double face palming right now over how much I'm poring over something that might be a really trivial thing to consider. But I'm very much learning the game, so as always, I really appreciate your patience with me while I learn the ins and outs and what is worth me spending time worrying about and what isn't. Volume is 12 meters on hull parts. Volume is... Actually, the refined metals take up more room. So the refined metals shouldn't be the thing that I'm maximizing for, because I'm going to carry less per trip. The hull parts are smaller. Okay. Well, armed with that information, we'll just sell locally then. And then drop off the hull parts. And then just do a circle trip. Right, Vanya is over here now. Right, so, repeat orders. I'm going to leave the dock and wait there, because that will hold them there until I'm done with everything. First and foremost then, I want to buy refined metals. Now, what is the max price I'm willing to spend on that? Say 175. Then I'm going to want to go to the hull parts factory. Whichever one is giving me the better option. Is this one the better one? So they're willing to buy for 176. Let's drop it to 170 then. Confirm. Now they're selling for 266. How much are you selling for? 269. But you are willing to buy for a fair bit more. The difference in the prices here is sufficiently big that it's going to make more sense for me to do that. Alright, so following that, I'm going to remove this. Sorry, we're going to then fly over here and sell to. We want to drop off the refined metals. The minimum price should be just a little bit higher than my maximum price. So I'm going to say it has to at least be 175. Otherwise, don't make the trade. So let's just check this out. They will buy for a maximum of 170. They will sell for a minimum. What is it? Sell for a minimum of 175. And then where is the best place to sell the hull parts? Oh, actually, then I immediately want them to buy hull parts. Well, this one I'm going to have to pop a feral there. Ooh, yikes. Maximum price. Guess 170, I'll say. Can I confirm that? Not enough space to store. Okay, well, I'll wait for them to get over here then. Yeah, there's quite a few options for illegal goods, definitely. Alright, so they're on their route. It's a shame that I can't set this up automatically, though. I'll remove that out of the list. Also close this down. I would like you to buy from there when you've got the means to, but... we'll just wait for them to finish making the trip. Once that's done, we will then move on to sell the hull parts. Also, is there a way that I can pause them in some way? So that I can set this chain of things up without them going and immediately starting to do the work? There's a very, by the sounds of it, there's a very vibrant mod community, and that is such a good thing to hear about in games. That tends to give games a very long lifespan. Looks like our ship is doing a very good job of exploring. Right, okay, so like you to buy from all parts. You still can't do it. What? Okay, we're gonna need you to stop moving for a moment. Let me unselect Vanya and then reselect Vanya. Also, that gives me an opportunity to have you go do something else. So, go and scout out this area.
I'll wait for you to tell me to take off.
No, you can go and do that now. Huh. Oh, are refined metals a cargo that I can't store? No, it's hull parts. That should go into the trader cargo. Alright. Is there a way that I can ask you... See, the thing that catches me here is that I want them to stop for a moment. So I can set all of this up. Looks like it's still full of metal. Oh, is it? No, it's the problem is it's filled capacity after planned trades. And then that's causing us issues. Like, what I wanted to do is go grab the refined metals, come back here, drop that off, then switch to grabbing something else and go and trade it over there. It would seem silly for me if a trade ship couldn't switch out what it was trading. Yeah, it does look like, unfortunately, this is going to be a case, and the ship is still there, that we're just going to have a trader for each material if we want to use repeat orders. And that is really, really disappointing, but it's only a small niggle in an otherwise really complex and very fun simulation, so it's not too much of an issue. Let's go to our ship. Right. To give people a bit of a taste of the actual flying, let's go and take care of that lockbox, shall we? Hello. I'm going to take control.
Hello.
Hello. Right. We are going to set ourselves a goal to go and deal with that lock. There's a lockbox right down here, so let's set a guide to that one first. And please undock. Now, let's have a look if we drift. Are we drifting? No, doesn't look like we've got drift that I can see. So we might not need the dead zone. Let's test that out, though, in space rather than in the dock. And for those who've only just popped in... Actually, let me... Can I turn auto-target on? I don't know. For those who've only just popped in, I'm using a stick and throttle. Not mouse and keyboard, but you absolutely can. And I would say that this is probably one of the games which likely benefits more from stick and throttle... mouse and keyboard than most space or flight games. It feels like this game was very much designed for that. Above... Let's go into travel mode and just get over to our destination a bit faster. Designed with keyboard and mouse in mind, and they just added hand-on stick and throttle afterwards. And from my experience so far, the throttle and stick control option is really quite nice. Oop, I was reading chat, not slowing down. My bad. Do not read chat and drive, even in space. Especially in space, actually. Where are you? Over here somewhere, I believe. Judging by the map. But as far as using the throttle and stick, I'm actually really, really enjoying it. I'm not having any particular complaints with it. In fact, I feel quite comfortable with it. That being said, it is not to say that I'm not going to need to ask for some help at some point. Let's get all the way up to you. And slow us down for now.
Laser Tower Mark 1.
That was not what I wanted to select. I wanted to select you.
Lockbox.
There we go. Hi. So, this is feeling so much more responsive now since I toned down the dead zone. In fact, so much so, at risk of possibly blowing up the lockbox, I'm going to shut it all the way down. Doesn't seem that I've got much, if any, stick drift. We'll have a look, though, make sure, but... aim assist, I want that to be on. Simply because, unless I'm jousting in a fighter, once you get to the sort of speeds of small craft, meticulously aiming the gun where the front of the ship is pointing, seems crazy, especially when the guns are on mounts that have gimbaled mounts so that they can rotate. I believe if you're using like aiming with mouse, you can have it just follow the mouse rather than following the nose of the craft. I'm not sure if there's an equivalent for throttle and stick, but having a degree of aim assist where I've selected a target and the gun is naturally trying to track seems reasonable. Go get a drink, Aavak. You deserve a tea coffee break after all of that. Stay hydrated, please. Thank you very much. I will do that. I just wanted to give people a bit of a taste of the actual flight, because they've, bless them, sat through about 2 hours of me faffing around in menus. I wanted to give them a taste of what else there is in this space game. Also, I'm just going to complete out a couple of the backseat passes. You will notice the FPS has dropped a bit and the sound is gone because not true borderless windowed. I'm trying to remember what I use repeat orders for, and I think it was like one resource, one buy with multi-locations, one sell with multiple locations, and when I had better pilot skill, I changed to auto-trade. Okay, Knord. Thank you very much again for the patience with that. I am learning the game, so there's going to be some things that I'm exploring, and it's like, well, obviously this doesn't work, but it's more obvious if you've got hundreds of hours in the game. So I appreciate you both giving me space to explore stuff, especially when it comes down to things that I'm exploring because someone has asked, is this possible? Sometimes I can get quite locked in, but you know, it's kind of the full sciencing aspect of it. But I do also appreciate the nudges and the advice in chat as well. It is really, really useful. So we'll keep aim assist on. I can toggle that though. Maintain speed in menus. I kind of want that, if I'm honest. If I go into the menu while I'm blasting through space, I probably want to drop a satellite on the fly, not because I want to immediately come to all stop. It's fine. Now, controls. We wanted to shut down the dead zone. Now, let's have a look if there's drift. It should be obvious if there is. No, but oh, so responsive. Yes, this is what we needed yesterday when we were struggling with the bloody lockboxes. I just needed it to move when I told it to move. That's all I wanted. All I needed. Wait for you to spin back around. My cannon wasn't pointing the right way. I apologize. I'm a little bit close. Also, don't shoot when your cannon isn't pointing the right way, chat. Pro tip. Come hither. We've got some basic bits. Basic seminar management. Actually, let's fly out to the other lockbox, shall we? Once I'm done with that, we're going to be going on a tea break. And again, thank you ever so much for your patience as I was struggling through all of this. Oh, Aavak, is it possible to spacewalk through a jump gate? Bilal, why? Why would you even want to know that? And why am I the one that has to find out for you? I feel bullied by this question. Also, for this one, I'm going to be lazy and we're going to do it autopilot.
Engaged.
Well, I won't be staying long as I've been writing up various wills due to... Wow, oh my lord, Sally snocked in. Long story short, be careful of trigger point injections in the neck. I mean, it's good that you're getting your affairs in order now that you had a wee brush with the end of your mortal coil. I'm very glad you're still on it though and didn't fall off. But yeah, my lord, that must be a bit of an eye opener. It's like, yeah, so I need to make a will. Let's not have that be a thing that happens in the future. My God. Consider the karmic balance for 2 hours of graphs in space. Fine, okay. When we come back after the tea break, I will spacewalk through a jump gate. You are an awful influence on me, I swear. This is nice music though, I approve. But yeah, I am a little bit disappointed that I can't create the repeat orders. Honestly, it's one of the reasons why I thought chat in the last stream was telling me, hey, stop using the crappy like 1-star auto trade and 1-star auto mine jobs. Just use repeat orders. With some games, you get like the normal stuff that the game can do, and it's very hands-free, plug and play, WYSIWYG sort of stuff. And then you'll get like, but if you want to learn this particular scripting language, you can make it do amazing things for you. I guess because of my experience with other games where that's the case. Oh dear me, that is not a good time. Let's stop travel mode and no, autopilot, please stop.
Autopilot disengaged.
Yeah. Okay, full stop. Swing back around. Kind of not too surprised by all this. Let's travel mode in that direction. What was that? That was not good, is what that was. It's already not good. It's shooting at me not good. There's a lockbox out there that I wanted to poke my face into. And these things don't want me to do that. And this is not a ship that is going to be okay with dogfighting. Unsinkable 2. Yeah. We were about to become the Unsinkable 3. That was a hell of a warning signal, though. I'm going to be honest. Boarding is a thing in space, yes. Also, can we disable flight assist? And then cancel out travel mode. I don't know who they were. They're gone now. That's fine. Alright. Get back into travel mode. Okay, so that lockbox is something that we might check out later, I guess. Map. Alright, where are we gonna go to? Let's go to the hull parts factory that we've spent so long looking at this point. Why don't we just go and acquaint ourselves with the place properly?
Autopilot engaged.
The game makes sure you notice you're about to be sent back to your respawn point. Yeah, no, I agree. I approve. Man, not having any warning signals. They're a fairly new addition. Oh, right, okay. But seriously, that sounded like the trumpet from War of the Worlds. I thought we were just about to be blatted. I really did. Not. Oh, hey, radar just discovered something you might want to pay attention to. I thought it was like, no. This is Gabriel's horn. You're dead.
Autopilot disengaged.
Oh, I know we could easily have the pilot take us in. But you know what? I guess I did bring us out, so sure. That's another thing that might be nice to show some folks who've only just tuned in and are worried that this is a game about graphs and only graphs.
Hello there.
Our pilot. Hello. This is the pilot that we're training up at the moment to try and get her to the point where she can do the better auto trade routes. Could you take us in? Dock and wait for me. So, we're now in space chauffeur mode. Or rather, your space chauffeur mode. We are in home James mode. Here's an amusing Easter egg for downtime. Hit the equivalent of shift 1, 2, 3, 4 while piloting a ship in space. Oh, someone actually mentioned that I should check that out in the last stream. I will do that. One of the actual joys of this game is getting able to just get out, walk around, check out your ship, walk around inside your ship, do all sorts of things. Hello! Jumping jacks. Squats. Squat into jumping jack. Okay. Gotta entertain the security guards. Now we could just stand out here actually and just watch ships coming in and going out. I'm totally okay with that if it's something people want to see. These are the small docks. All of these stations, these are buildable by you. And it's like modularly built. So this station, it isn't just some sort of pre-designed map. That's a docking, well, or rather all of this is a docking section. And then that is a connector by the looks of it. That's a, I'm not sure what, but it's a factory of some sort. And you can build your own stations, and then this is what you can do with those stations. You walk around inside them. It's an ore refiner. That's an ore refiner, apparently. I love watching the cargo traffic on busy station, as long as it doesn't derp up too much. Well, apparently it derped up in the last stream, and there was some very aggressive docking maneuvers by the AI pilots, but we'll just hang out here then. Thank you once again, everyone, for bearing with me while we explored the extent and possibilities with repeat orders. It does seem that it is not the tool that those little shuttles over there are doing things, and someone's getting in their steps down there. My God, why are you running? You know what? I'm not. Whatever. If you want to run the wrong way on the floor transport, fine. I'm not gonna. Whatever. However, as I was saying, in regards to the repeat orders, it does seem that it's just not the right tool. I'm a little bit confused why there was so much fuss over it in the last stream for that, but I can still see some edge cases where it would be the better tool for what I was trying to do, if what I was trying to do was a bit less expansive. Like I probably, someone said, oh yeah, you know, you're just trading one thing in this one system. Repeat orders would be better for that, and they probably are. But I took yeah, repeat orders would be better for that, and you know, someone just showed up with some flour and some eggs expecting me to make pancakes, and I'm trying to make a 5-tier wedding cake with it. Part of the blame is mine, is what I'm trying to say. I perhaps expected a little bit too much. But when we come back, I will set up a much more stripped down, more basic version of the auto trade, and we'll see what we do next. We're probably going to be doing some more exploring, some station scanning, trying to get some more cash in. We have got about enough to buy another trader, so maybe the original plan is not out completely off the cards. We might be able to actually set up, using 2 traders, an equivalent of what we were trying to do before. Yeah, this tool is for dough, not a 5-course dinner. Yes, exactly. That does seem to be what may have been happening. Hello. Oh, did you hear me say tea break, Tilly? Yes, she did. She's like, food break. Human gets tea, cat gets food. Fair. Now, we're going to be on tea break for a couple of minutes. I hope that the tunes from the crafting area, the trading area, will keep you entertained, and also the sight of all of these ships toing and froing. I shall be back soon.